Don't tell me you're recording. Just.
It's a big red button. All right, no one breathe into the.
Oh, hit him, Will. Get him. All right, so I don't know how are we gonna do this.
Phantom Menace first.
Okay, so hello everyone. Anyone watching this?
Yo.
My name is Rainey.
Yeah.
I'm Will.
I'm Leo.
I'm Ronni.
And we are 4 out of 10 Hearse boys. Hold on, let's do that shit again.
Like what the hell?
All right. Hello everyone. Welcome to another edition of never mind.
It's the first one.
Hello everyone. Welcome to a brand new all new, revitalized, revamped,
mega OP
reestablished 2019 edition of the Hearse Boys podcast. My name is Rainey.
I'm Ronni.
I'm Leo.
And I'm Will.
And we are 4 out of the 10 Hearse Boys. And today,
Top 4.
we are talking about Star Wars. But we're gonna do it in a way that is conducive to the release of the Rise of Skywalker, in a way that we've broken down to be. One conversation is going to be all about the prequels, which is this one. The following conversation, which will drop in a couple days, is going to be about the original trilogy. And then the last panel is going to be New Game Plus, which is what I like to call it, which is all the new content. So all the shows, all the fucking goddamn, all the new movies, everything else. So yeah, so this panel is pretty interesting to me anyway, because Will grew up with Star Wars, right?
Yep.
Will grew up with Star Wars. I watched it for the first time in my adulthood. Leo just finished Revenge of the Sith
5 minutes ago.
today.
5 minutes
we
ago.
watched him watch it, and
I'm
then
in shambles.
and then Ronni, did you grow up with it too or no?
I watched it growing up, like in the movie theaters. Like my sister took me. Then I watched it maybe like a year or two ago again.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, we all revisited it, at least some of it, for the podcast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
watched
feel like
that entire shit last week.
Yeah. So, it's funny because when we hit the group chat, I hit Leo was like, "Yo, I just finished Clone Wars," and I'm like, "Oh my fucking god, bro!"
That's what you said, man.
I'm like, "Yo, I didn't mean the whole canon, bro. I meant like 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then 7 and 8." But he was like, "Yo, oh man, I can't do it anymore. I just got through Clone Wars." I'm like, "Damn." So Leo, let's talk. Let's you start. Let's start with you. Fucking, how do you feel now that you've just finished Revenge of the Sith? You've gotten through all of Clone Wars. Like, how do you feel about the prequels?
I think first I want to say that everyone who hasn't watched Star Wars, please give it a shot. Like, I've talked so much crap about it without giving it a shot. It's pretty good. I love it. I'm in love with episode 1, 2, or 3. My life is a mess right now. Can't believe what just happened. I'm 20 years late and I am sorry. I apologize. That's all I want to say.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. So, is there anyone? Okay, so. Is there for the people who grew up with the prequels, right?
Okay.
How do you feel about them? How did you feel about them then versus now?
That shit was wild when I was a kid, bro. They're throwing whole ass senates at Yoda. Like, it was crazy, you know? Like, you got lightning shooting out these wizards' fingertips. It was like I freaking obsessed over it. Every single one I saw, I obsessed over it. I bought all the freaking video games. Me and my cousin would be in the sala just freaking playing with the action figures. Like,
yeah.
It was lit.
Yeah.
Compared to now, I'm like, oh, you know, they're mediocre films, but I still feel the same way about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ronni?
Like, I remember growing up watching them at the movie theater, like, mad hype. I remember, like, movies when I was younger were, like, the best shit ever. Like, I remember Pokemon. I remember getting that fucking...
Oh, the gold Mewtwo?
Yeah, like
or was it Mew?
I thought that we got that at McDonald's. Didn't we get that at McDonald's?
No.
It was Mew, right?
Did you ever
It
go
was
to the
Mew.
Yu-Gi-Oh ones?
No, I never went to
I went to the Yu-Gi-Oh ones.
dude.
I got you got one of the Egyptian god cards at the Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, I had Slifer.
I got
Cypher.
I got
Cypher.
No, Slifer, the Sky
It's
Driver.
You're kidding.
It's
HMD.
Slifer.
My life is a
So his
lie.
name was Swiper.
Swiper, no swiping.
Yeah, I got Obelisk when
The
I
Torment.
went.
Oh,
Mentor.
but
Yeah, which was fire because okay, Obelisk was
Dragon
the
of
only
Ra.
one that made sense. Cause
Oh my God.
cause Winged Dragon of Ra was all question marks. What the fuck was that? And, and Slifer was garbage.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm sorry, Ronnie. So you went to the
Movie
premiere.
theaters were lit when I was younger, and I remember watching Star Wars. I remember Episode 1, like, I remember it being like a kid on the screen. I remember him doing the stupid, what's it called?
The pod race.
Pod race,
Yeah.
That was not stupid. First of all,
Here goes the first point of contention, ladies and gentlemen.
out of here.
All right.
That was character development to a T. I don't want to hear it.
Sure. I remember I had the game for like 64, and like it was just cool growing up with like the prequels and like having the games and like all that like marketing was like perfect for like me as a kid. But I agree with Will. Like after watching it, like Clone Wars is like the like most boringest thing ever. But we're not there yet. And then like the first one is like, oh, you know, big boss battle, like get hype, and it's like nope. And then you're like, oh man, like I wish it was more. I guess like growing up, I don't know.
So this is where you see how Leo's reacting to what you're saying. Like this is kind of the point of why I wanted to do this. Also because it's an easy way to rack up views before a big nerdy ass release. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, because I feel like there's an intersection between like people who grew up with the films, especially as kids, watching the adults shit on the films, and then sort of adopting this mentality too. Whereas Leo, who just seen everything, but also like for context and shit, like Leo, you saw everything and Clone Wars, which came out way later. Now, do you think that you would like the whole experience as much if you didn't get invested in Clone Wars before watching
Hell
Revenge
no.
of the Sith?
Hell no.
Exactly.
Hell no. I
Okay.
understand completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is like, okay, so I guess has everyone seen Clone Wars here?
Nope.
I haven't.
Oh my God.
I've seen snippets.
What?
All right. So I guess okay. You've seen snippets, but Ronnie, you know enough about Clone Wars, right? Like it's mostly just Obi-Wan and Anakin,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean? They're doing missions. They're
That orange girl walking around.
a lot yeah, a lot of lore is connected through, like there's a lot of points made in Clone Wars that otherwise would not have been. So I guess my question is like, because of like, are the prequels worth it now that everything following them has come out? You know what I'm saying? Like, was it worth sitting through Phantom Menace to get Darth Maul and to get his story arc in Clone Wars and in Rebels and his cameo in Solo? Like, was that worth it?
Hell yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Right,
I mean,
right.
in my opinion, I'm very biased to Maul. Granted, he is Sisyphus, and I say this a lot.
What is that for people who don't know?
Is it Greek mythology? It's basically the dude that's pushing the boulder up the hill, only to keep on sliding down and never reaching the top.
Yeah.
So Maul's story is very like that in the sense where he's seeking revenge for everything going forward, and he keeps on. It seems like he's getting a bit momentum every single time, only to fail immediately after.
Right.
I think it's one of the more interesting stories, like solo stories, when it comes to the Sith Lords, because everybody else is like, oh, this guy was paranoid, this guy's just plain ass evil. It's like, no, this guy was going after something for so long and he felt so much about it, and then just to keep on fucking up, which,
Yeah.
you know, I felt that. But yeah, no, just his entry, which was sick as hell, doing freaking Van Damme splits and flips.
The Van Damme split.
Homie, the Eddie Goro of the Sith.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was cool, although very brief, to see him there. But, you know, following forward, it was a cool ride.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, right? Like do you think that the because for me personally, I feel like the prequels needed to happen so that the rest of Star Wars could be as good or not good, depending on who you talk to, as good as it is.
Yeah.
And then also, like, I rewatched all of it like today. I
Oh, you
rewatched it with my 2-month-old and my 1-year-old. And my 1-year-old was enamored by the whole thing. He's like, but like again, he's 1. He's not at an age where he can be like, he's not in an age where he can be like, wow, you know, the Galactic Senate really did drop the ball on not passing that bill for the rights of the people of Naboo. Like he's not there yet. You
I
know?
walked in the crib and he was just going.
Yeah. So I feel like.
You know, you gotta touch the
This shit
keyboard.
is going
Oh.
to
Touch the
Same
smooth
shit.
sailing. This dude was like,
Oh my
Let's
god.
start from the
he
beginning.
said, "This is a nice keyboard, right?"
It's
Boom.
all right. It's all right. It's all right.
We do
No,
it in
it's
post.
okay.
We'll do it in post.
No, we'll do it live. Fuck.
Fuck it, we'll do it.
So
live.
Rainey
do
just
it live.
fucking press the fucking
We'll do
space
it-
bar button.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
God damn it.
Fucking thing sucks.
And we're back.
Anakin didn't live for this.
And we're back. Sorry, I hit the
Oh,
space bar like a
shit.
fucking idiot because the screen went to sleep. But yeah, what were we talking about?
We were talking about.
Your,
Oh, yeah.
your kids.
The prequels.
And yeah, so whether or not the wealth of content that came after made the prequels worth it.
Most definitely.
I feel like for me, it's like I haven't experienced it at all. So like for me, episode 1 is like, yo, look at that guy. Oh, there's 2 sabers coming out of there. Oh, he's dead.
right.
And that's like that's it. That
Mhm.
character only exists for me there. And it's
Uh-huh.
like, okay, so you tell me if I watch this series and then maybe if I watch read these audiobooks and all this other stuff, I'll gain more. But then it's just like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like there's a couple different like franchises that kind of want people to dive in and like gain more of that lore through other mediums, but like I don't know, for me, I'm just not invested enough to be like, all right, I'm gonna watch this animated series
Not anime.
for 50.
He said
I
animated.
kind of feel.
Oh, okay.
Because when the prequels were still coming out, it was like after Clone Wars and before Revenge of the Sith. There was a bunch of books out, and my
Yeah.
cousin had an entire bookshelf of them. He always had his parents go and buy them for him.
Oh, like the Legends canon?
Yeah, the legend stuff. And
Yeah.
he's there telling me all these stories. I'm like, oh, that's really dope. And as much as I love the franchise at this point, because I wasn't alive for the original trilogy, but my mom definitely sat me down to watch these on television
That's
whenever
dope.
they came on.
Yeah.
But I just didn't feel like, oh, cool, there's another avenue of lore here, and it's all within reading. I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I kind of felt the same way about the Clone Wars series and the Rebels series. It's like now I have to sit down and watch it because
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff that I want to know.
Yeah.
And being is that the canon switched up, but yeah, I
Well, I feel like
couldn't.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like Leo, you can add to this too, since again you are very new. You are the newest member to this kind of fandom. I feel like yes, you know, it can feel like work when it's like when the volume of content is so much. You know, it's you know what? I'm gonna coin this phrase, the One Piece effect. I'm gonna just say that's my phrase, the One Piece effect. All right.
As in the anime?
Yes.
Okay.
The One Piece.
Trademark.
The One Piece effect is when everybody tells you how great something is, and everyone tells you to check it out, and everyone tells you how life changing it is, and how amazing it is, and how it's gonna fucking change your life. And then the sheer volume of content.
It's overwhelming.
It's so overwhelming that it turns you off to checking it out at all. That is the One Piece effect, because everyone I know that likes One Piece fucking loves One Piece. Will swear down by it. I've done so many One Piece tattoos, and I feel so bad because I don't give a fuck about One Piece.
It's only 475 episodes
Oh,
of filler.
But skip. Oh, but if you skip the first 180 episodes, then you'll be fine. Like,
It gets
bro,
good, I promise.
yo, it gets good around episode 230.
Damn, is
I
that how I
promise you.
sounded when I was talking crap about Star Wars?
sound-
Bro,
Oh my
that's
God.
nah, bro. That's listen. The One Piece effect and Star Wars has a similar effect
Oh
on
my
people.
God.
But I'm actually super grateful that Disney reset everything. I know that's like heresy to say that shit, but I'm pretty grateful for that shit because it made it a lot less overwhelming for a lot of newcomers.
Yep,
So
definitely.
like me, I know the canon off top. Like Disney, I know the Disney canon off top that I could say like, yo, what comes after this? Fucking
Right.
Solo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like Disney made it easier, and it's also like I'm like not super into the idea of Disney monopolizing entertainment, right? But I am into the idea of like consolidating everything into one sort of, I guess, under one umbrella, so that not everything in general, but all of Star Wars, consolidating all of Star Wars under one umbrella, so that companies and people don't just run amok with this fucking property like they used to do in the Legends canon. Because back then, anybody could make a game, anybody could write a book. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like it got kind of weird, you know?
Yeah, that's also. I'm glad for Disney taking over it, so I can go on Facebook and argue with every single fanboy that gray Jedis do not exist.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
They do.
They do not.
Yeah, they do.
Then they're not.
What's a gray
They don't.
Jedi?
What is a gray Jedi?
A gray Jedi is someone who exists in the middle. So a gray Jedi is neither, you know, it's someone who is not. They call them gray Jedi, but they're not Jedi. They exist in the gray area of the Force. So they're not like the morally upright, emotionless fucking drones that the Jedi are.
No, and that if that's the case, then essentially, then it's like Luke Skywalker's a gray Jedi. No,
No, he's not.
he's not.
No.
There's
Yeah.
no gray Jedis.
Yeah, there are.
There's some.
Have you
Jedi-
have you seen Rebels?
No,
Yeah, then you don't know that.
nah, they don't.
You know what I'm saying?
exist. They don't exist.
Like no, they
Disney
do.
canon.
They do. They're actually literally canon.
Nah.
So, but you haven't seen it all. So that was my next point. Is like you can't. I don't know. Like you can't say that like a series or a something is bad because you're not interested in it. You know what I mean? So like with Ronni, it's like Maul's whole like story arc ends at Phantom Menace, and like hearing you say that is like crazy to me because like his arc in Clone Wars
Was
and
insane.
his arc in Clone Wars is fucking beast.
Yeah, I mean, I've
You
heard
know?
this stuff. It's not that I'm not interested. It's just, I mean, before this whole Disney takeover, like, there was no way to, like, watch this content unless I had, like, some sort of
Yeah, that's true.
Cartoon Network kind of, like, subscription, or whatever the fuck that show was on. So, like, now that everything's available, maybe I'll pay monthly to watch it. But it's just, like, I don't know. It's just, like, having to, like, get all this content to, like, dive more into the story of Clone Wars, which just like I remember it being like the most boring of like all 8 of them.
Attack of the Clones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't think.
And no, it's absolutely
I
the.
kind of felt that way about the first one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's how I felt too. Like
Phantom Menace.
Yeah, I felt like Phantom Menace is the worst one.
There's just
think so,
one
too.
good, like really dope ass scene, but it's really short, and then everything else is like just fluff.
You know the vibe I get from Phantom Menace? It's like a children's movie.
Yeah.
It's a little
Yeah.
bit childlike.
Yeah.
You know, it's
That's
not as
another
dark.
thing that I wanted to talk about is that you notice, like, you know, the older Star Wars heads, when the prequel trilogy came out, they were shitting on it completely, right? And then now that the new trilogy's out, we're shitting on it completely.
Yeah.
And I think
Well, I'm not.
Well,
But-
you're not.
but
Okay,
yeah.
you're not. But I mean, the vast majority are.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's not for us.
Well, okay. That's another thing because George Lucas, can we all agree that Jar Jar fucking sucks, right?
See, that's another thing.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Jar Jar doesn't fucking irritate you, bro.
I don't
Jar
think
Jar
he's
is
that bad.
Jar Jar was a mistake.
I
Jar
think
Jar was a mistake.
he
right?
might be borderline problematic.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I don't find him as annoying as people like.
Okay.
You know,
Ronnie.
I can see how people would find him funny if they're like younger or something.
Right, like he's
I
appealing to the
remember
children who
watching the
probably
movie.
find this
Yeah.
movie boring.
And you find it mildly entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the movie. I remember watching it. I remember not thinking, "God damn, get this ass off the fucking screen!" As I ate my popcorn. I remember him being
You're
there, and I
14-year-old.
probably laughed or something. You know. So I don't think he was that bad. I think he's really bad to us now because
Yeah.
we don't care about Jar Jar.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Man, it's hard. Like we got into a bit of a scuffle about, you know, responsibility and content creation. Like how those two things intersect. Like in the group chat, we kind of got into it about how, like, as a content creator, you have a responsibility to your audience. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with Jar Jar, George Lucas, like, he wanted to name Phantom Menace, or no, he wanted to name Attack of the Clones. It was one of the two. He wanted to name it Jar Jar's Big Adventure.
That would have been fire.
Imagine if he
Jar
named
Jar's
it that.
Bizarre
That would have been fire.
Jar Jar's
Jar Jar's
Bizarre
Adventure.
Jar Jar's Bizarre Adventure. That would have been so fire.
Yo.
Oh
But
my
yeah.
goodness.
Misa Stan.
Misa
Stop.
say,
Wait, okay.
Misa say, oh, Dio. Okie day.
It's kind of bad, yeah.
Yo, he's fucking whack, bro. But so
whack.
Wait,
so my I'm sorry. Okay, so my point here is, Lucas dropped he worked so hard on this character. He's like, okay, 3PO and R2 are the comic relief of the original trilogy. I gotta make that again. I gotta have something that sticks with the kids. Oh my god,
Right.
What if I made this whole alien race that's kind of stupid, right, and like kind of funny, and like, you know, like they don't really know what they're doing. And they bumble around and they talk weird and they live in the water. Oh, I'll call him fucking, I don't know, Jar Jar. Yeah, that's perfect. Jar Jar fucking Binks. Yeah. And I'll have him talk like this. And he'll have stupid fucking eyes and a dumb mouth and a high voice. And he'll be lanky and weird. And yeah, the kids are going to love it. Oh my God, right? And then you put this shit out. You put all this time into writing this script, making this character, right? And then people fucking hate it. And you drop the ball, right? Once you put art out there, it's not yours no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least for me as an artist, like, I could think, like, my shit is the best shit in the world. Once I put it out there, though, it's for everybody else to decide.
And critique.
Yeah, so with Jar Jar, I think Lucas was so hurt that he's like... Lucas was so hurt that instead of admitting that Jar Jar was a mistake, he doubled down and was like, yo, it's not for you, it's for kids. Oh, really? Really? I wasn't aware that children were so into the intricacies of intergalactic politics, because Phantom Menace is riddled.
Which I don't.
Most
Which I still don't understand. By the way,
hold you on that ideal, but I mean flashy swords, bro.
Yeah, but also like, bro, there's a scene verbatim where the butler from the Haunted Mansion, starring Eddie Murphy, is the Supreme Chancellor of the Galactic Senate, and he's like. He's like, are you prepared to question the validity of your accusation? And it's like, what child knows what the fuck he just said?
So I don't know what was going on. Like when they were like, when they were like, all right, let's make this movie. I think a lot of it was like, all right, let's make these movies again. It's been, a really long time. We gotta, get those people, but also there's a whole new audience we can grab with McDonald's toys and like other shit, right?
Right.
So I think they were like, let's double down. But then I feel like George Lucas was like, oh, well, I have to explain all this shit.
Yeah.
Like, all this shit has to make sense, but also it has to be fun.
quick question.
And you can't make Senate fun.
Yeah, exactly. Right. No, it isn't fun.
Right. Quick question.
Yeah.
Who created Star Wars? George
Lucas, yeah.
But I heard, okay. And he also directed?
Yeah.
So he created and directed?
Yeah, he wrote and directed, the original trilogy,
The original trilogy.
Okay.
Episodes 4 through 6.
And the new movies that came out?
The prequels, yeah.
And I mean the ones that came out recently.
No. No, that he sold it to Disney. That's why there's a Disney canon, remember?
Because I heard that he was like a bad director. So this probably explains why most of the dialogue is pretty shitty.
Yeah, because he doesn't know how to direct his fucking actors.
And you can see it in New Hope.
In A New Hope, A New Hope gets a pass
because it was ahead of its time.
Yeah. But this is the prequel podcast,
right?
So
right.
We will save that shit for later.
Yeah, you can tell what poor directing
God.
does to
film.
To film. Just watch, especially with dialogue. Just watch Man with Iron Fist, directed by Rizzo. Fetch me my elixir.
Oh my God! What were you gonna say, Ronnie?
I was gonna say, I just think it's important to think about like the time, like how much time had passed from the original, trilogy, and just think about all right, money is always involved. Like all right, they need those kids, they need those fucking toys. They got me, they got me already. So it's
not
like
too hard though.
Well, if they made it easier. Anyway, whole point is, I think it's really important to look at the time and like what they were trying to cater to, and then like I feel like he was already so far in that he had to explain the story, and he couldn't just be like midichlorians and then like it's like, okay, that's how the Senate works. Like he has to explain this thing.
Well, the midichlorians thing,
I want to talk about that.
Is it
I want to talk about that.
Okay, go ahead, Leo. Let's get into it.
What the fuck is that? Is that the Force?
Essentially, yeah.
Wait, but so that's not the Force.
So the Force essentially is it's the life force of all beings, all things, all universes.
All living things.
Yeah,
all
living things, right?
Okay.
So midichlorians are essentially a symbiotic organism that lives within the living being cells.
of the Force.
that basically allows them to use the Force.
Midichlorians.
So in essence, they are the Force.
Basically, you have midichlorians in your body the same way you have blood cells.
Okay,
But
in
the
this world.
but the concentration of midichlorians depends on the person.
Got it.
So this is basically how they deduced that Anakin was the chosen one, because
He had twice as many.
his midichlorian count was twice as much as Yoda,
Right.
and he had no dad. So he was literally conceived by the Force.
Got it.
Mhm.
I have a question because this is the
Plot
first
thickens.
time I hear about midichlorians because it wasn't mentioned in other movies.
It's only mentioned in
In the
So-
prequels, yeah.
So it doesn't that like kind of lower like the effect of what the
Yeah.
Force is?
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Exactly. This
okay.
is one of the many reasons that people hate the prequels.
I see.
Because it takes away, like, the thing is, like Ronni said, like, okay, you got to understand the time, right? Yes.
Mhm.
And you got to understand the milestone,
Mhm.
right? Because whether you like Phantom Menace or not, that fucking movie changed the way movies were made.
Yeah.
Like Duel of the Fates is probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, like, movie scores, like, ever fucking written.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
John Williams, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, that song, bro. I put that song on for my 1-year-old, and he's like fucking throwing everything and shit. He's like, yeah, fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he feels that shit, and like, and Darth Maul. That
My
figure,
favorite character.
bro. Before the film even came out, you know they always gonna drop the toys before the film.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before the film came out,
Bro, that lightsaber.
what was the bro?
That lightsaber, bro. There's two of my favorite lightsabers, right? Which is always going to be Count Dooku's because I just love the fucking hilt.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, I noticed
the
that.
nigga, it was a dual edged lightsaber.
Yeah, that's
bro.
fire. That's
Yeah.
fire.
I was over there hitting my cousin like,
Yeah,
That's like American
Goku's
Gladiator
lightsaber is
in
like
that bitch.
tilted.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
But that's
I
what I'm
just-
saying. Like that changed the way movies were made. It changed the way toys sold. Like Darth Maul. What figure did you buy when? Like, do you remember going to the store getting fucking Star Wars
remember.
toys? Like what did you when you saw all the characters from Phantom Menace specifically? Who did you buy? Fucking Sebulba? No, nigga, you got Maul. You got Maul. He looked like the devil. You got fucking Maul.
I got Kai Atimundi because his cone head.
Yo,
It was funny.
Kiadi Mundi, bro. Kiadi Mundi.
Yo, he-
R.I.P. my bro. They got
It's
him
funny,
in Order
I walked-
66.
I
Crazy.
walked in on him watching the Order 66 for the first time.
Oh my
Just
god.
when Kai Atimundi got fucking like
Oh my god.
just straight up 50 cent down his back.
Bro.
And I'm like, no, Kai Atimundi,
no,
no.
I did him dirty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
everybody dirty.
I want to talk about Clone Wars.
Wait, what toy did you buy for Phantom
What
Menace?
did I buy?
Do you remember?
I don't know, man. I was pretty poor.
No, same.
Damn.
But
I remember I
but
had.
you say your sister took you, right?
Yeah, but I remember I had Obi-Wan for sure. I know I didn't have anything that looked like a devil because I wasn't allowed to have that.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Got
definitely
it.
Obi-Wan. Definitely had.
Did you have Anakin? No, did you have Qui-Gon?
I think I did. Yeah,
Yeah,
blue
yeah,
lightsaber.
yeah, yeah.
I remember I had
And
green
my-
and blue lightsaber, so for sure. I had
Qui-Gon
that.
Yeah.
was
Qui-Gon was
Obi-Wan.
Got it.
Obi-Wan's master.
Got it.
The one
That
Stomach.
gets
The one that
murked
got
by Darth
cast in the
Maul.
first
Stomach hole. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, okay.
Cole.
So
I got nicknames for them
Yeah.
because I don't.
So my thing is like Ronnie has a point of like, okay, new generation, like these movies are dumb old. How do we get people back into them? How do we get kids into it and shit, right? Like that is a point to be made. But also as a content creator, as a director, as a writer, it's you have like now that you've captured the souls and the and you know
soul is mine.
now now that you've captured like you know the joy and the support of people for the past like 30 or so years, right? It's like 1974 or
Was it two?
1972? I don't know. In the
gonna say
70s,
two.
right? Yeah, 72, right?
New Hope, right?
70s,
70s.
Fast forward to 1999. Like, how are you going to capture that magic again? So yeah, Ronnie's made points, right? But you owe it to your fans. Like, people didn't stop watching Star Wars just because there weren't any new ones.
Wow.
People were growing up with the old ones because their parents put them on, or their uncle put them on, or their bigger brother put them on, and it's like, yo, this is great, and they're like, holy shit, this is great. And two things that Lucas did that I don't agree with. You could tell me if you guys agree or not. Star Wars is not for kids.
I agree.
Star Wars is for everybody.
I don't know.
Star Wars is for everybody.
Well, no, it is.
It is for children,
everybody,
but it's
you know
for
what?
everybody.
So is Sesame Street. I love seeing Cookie Monster go ape shit over some cookies.
That's different.
Mr.
That is not.
Noodle.
Nah, that is
Nah,
different.
I don't think Star Wars
Sesame
for everyone.
Street is not for
Lit.
everybody because I could count to 100. Okay.
You know.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, but it don't sound bomb when it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Shit fire, bro.
But yeah,
I don't know. Is it for kids? Is it not for kids?
it's
I think.
I don't know.
And that's where Jar Jar Binks comes in.
Yeah.
You know, you make these 3 movies, you have these fans, and then you have to give them something. You can't just run away from them, right? You can't just go to the new people. But like once again, like I feel like I don't know. Maybe he wanted to make money. Maybe he was under some pressure. Like the smart decision to make is to widen that net. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
grab all these people. And the only way to do it is to have this comic relief, have this funniness, and then also somehow have these debate talks, and then have
Yeah,
all
have
this
fucking
story.
political hearings and shit.
Which is like my main problem with like 2 is like Clone Wars is like horribly paced, and I think it's because they have to cater to these old folk that are like, yo, I really want to know like how all this happened, right?
Mhm.
Damn,
they're
did they
like-
pass the bill?
Yeah,
Yeah.
did they pass that bill? Because I gotta know. And then it's also like these kids are like, yo, bro, that Jar Jar guy was like funny, like
Yeah.
he really held it down. And it's like it's hard to do both.
Yeah, that's the
I think
thing.
Clone Wars
Like
did it.
the worst.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't think, but
I
I don't
feel
think
like-
anybody cared, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't think anybody cared about like the prequels. Are they worth like are the prequels existing worth all the stuff we have now? Yes, but were they a good idea at the time? No, because what he should have done was continue on from 6 right off the bat in 1999, right? Because me personally, Darth Vader was cool. He's always gonna be cool. I did not need to see him at 9 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm a real good pod racer.
Yeah, like Obi-Wan was old
Damn,
and
that's
wise.
crazy. That's just
You know what I'm saying? Obi-Wan was old and wise, and like he was this cool, like hermit, powerful ass dude. I did not need to see him with a fucking Padawan braid. You know what I mean? Like, but again,
Hey, first of all, Ewan
Yeah.
McGregor.
Ewan McGregor really, yeah, he
put
ate
in
that.
work. He
He
put in
ate that
work.
up.
Yeah.
He saved that whole thing. He saved that whole shit. He's Obi-Wan forever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like not even racist blackface Alec Guinness is
Yeah.
Obi-Wan. Nope. Nope. It's fine. You remember that? You remember fucking Alec Guinness in blackface in Lawrence of Arabia?
Oh yeah.
People people just be Lawrence of Arabia is one of the greatest films ever made. Yeah, fuck off.
Psych.
Yeah.
No blackface in it.
Yeah, like that, and like also you're like 16. Fuck off. Like
Oh yeah.
I hate
feel
when
like
people
doing
do that shit. Yo, it's like, oh yeah, the Beatles are my favorite band, bro. Like, don't you have a DBQ to write? Like you fucking like you're in like 7th grade. Like what the fuck do you know about the like shut up. You know what I mean? Like go listen to fucking Asking Alexandria like everybody else. Fucking bozo. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
It's like
That's a lot I hate.
Do you not
Fucking-
understand the cinematic masterpiece?
yeah, like you don't understand the Beatles, bro. Like, yo, like, bro, you got a book report. You fucking, you got a book. Go get some Clearasil for your acne.
Oh
You
my
fucking,
God.
you hormonal tween. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking stupid.
Ain't you supposed to be watching Teen Nick?
My favorite movie is Jaws. Like, get the fuck out of my face. Get out of my face.
You know what's really getting me tight is when they go and they say some shit like that and I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah,
And
it's
I'm like, fuck, well, I mean,
All right.
shit, okay. I guess it's your word.
yeah,
Yeah, there's always Jaws or like Gremlins or some shit like that.
yeah, some shit.
There's always some shit that you got in a shirt at like Urban
For sure.
Outfitters or like Old Navy.
Nah, not
Fucking
even
Hot
Old Navy.
Topic.
Yeah, Old Navy.
Old Navy. Always-
Fucking hot topic.
Yeah, you you have a lot of feelings about Clone Wars.
I just don't.
Not
like it.
sorry. Okay, hold on.
What
hold
don't
on.
you like about
No,
it?
wait, not Clone Wars. Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones.
Because
Attack of the Clones,
because
yeah.
Clone Wars is a very good series that everybody should watch.
Oh, we're not
started
talking about.
tonight.
Okay, cool.
No, we're talking about Attack of the Clones, but you can chime in with. See,
Got
I
it.
want you guys to have this conversation because
Right.
he hates Attack of the Clones but hasn't seen Clone Wars, and then you have seen Clone Wars,
Right.
and you also are okay with Attack of the Clones.
Definitely.
So I want you guys to kind of like, what are you guys' thoughts like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just gonna be fun to watch you guys go back and forth. Like Ronnie, Ronnie fucking hates this movie.
I do hate it, and it's just like I when I rewatched everything, I like.
All right,
got,
so
like,
Did you get mad all over again?
I didn't even finish it. I couldn't.
what?
I just couldn't. I was like, why did I even download this? Like,
You had to like.
I got like I don't even know how far I got.
Bro.
Oh my
like 20
god!
minutes.
Like, it pained me, bro. Like, I was playing Pokemon while watching this shit,
Oh, shit.
and there was like, I didn't realize that an entire hour had passed. I was like, yeah, I don't give a shit about this.
Bro, it's just so like, they're like for me. I think if you're gonna have this Senate talk, if you're gonna have this like these conversations that mean a lot, because I mean, for me as a kid, I didn't really care that much, but like now that I'm older, I kind of do care. But it's like you need to pace that with something else. You need some sort of action. You need, you need something.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I feel like what they gave me was just like more Natalie Portman. Nothing wrong with her, amazing actress.
Bless
I
her.
just like I remember watching it, and there were so many moments where I was just like, "Is this the same movie? Does this make any sense?"
It really felt like they were just like clip and pasting a bunch of different scenes together at certain points.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
they went out to film on this like alien planet for like,
Hey, here's Genosha, back to the Senate.
Yeah.
Back
Here's-
to you, Trebek.
Yeah.
back
Here's
and forth.
Camino back to Anakin and Padme rolling around in the grass.
The dumbest fucking scene in that entire movie.
It's
Bro.
pretty bad. He fakes death, which is funny. because
Wait, he what?
He fakes that he's dead,
Oh.
but it's funny because she dies.
Yeah.
And then
She doesn't die in Attack of the Clones.
yeah, but it's foreshadowing. George Lucas, he's a genius.
There's probably some Shakespearean fucking reference in there.
Yeah. So Leo, how do you feel about what Ronnie just said? Because that sentiment is shared by a lot of fans of Star Wars.
Right.
Like it's a collective mindset that Attack of the Clones is the worst.
Right. I
For
mean,
good reason.
it doesn't help that I kind of binge watched all 3 movies
No,
and Clone Wars.
That
and
does
Clone
help.
Wars in the last 2 days.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit foggy.
Oh.
Like what's Attack of the Clones right now?
Attack of the Clones it starts. I'm gonna just tell you
Is
the
that
beginning
where-
and the end.
Yeah,
it
please.
starts with Obi-Wan going to Camino
Is Anakin
to
older?
meet with the cloners.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Anakin's a little older.
Right.
And it ends with Dooku escaping
Got it. Okay.
after cutting off Anakin's hand and fighting Yoda. For
All
a
right.
little
So that's probably one of the best scenes. Yoda versus Doku.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
bit. Versus Dooku.
Dooku. My god, that was one of the best scenes. Okay. Okay, it was a little bit slower pace than the other movies. Fine.
Yeah.
But it did introduce a lot of the world. Like I got to learn a lot about Star Wars from that movie alone.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the lore was presented okay.
Yeah.
You know, like it wasn't as action heavy, obviously.
But
And
then
it-
the scenes that were action were
They
fucking
were
insane.
The
I don't
entire
understand.
droid
Like
fucking fight with
that
the
budget
Jedis.
was crazy. And what year is this movie?
2002.
It's probably one of the best CGI I've ever seen in my life. Like I'm not even joking. I think that
That's
had one of the best CGI
Oh
I've
yeah,
seen.
but haven't you seen Spawn in the Cape?
Oh my god. Yo, haven't you seen Tarkin in Rogue One?
No.
Tarkin in Rogue
Yeah.
One and Leia in Rogue One look scary.
Yeah.
It's weird,
They
Scary.
Really?
look misplaced
Because
but it's
I
also
didn't-
just like
bro.
Yeah.
I thought they're gonna be in the background, just standing there, but they're like in
no,
there.
in
like,
the fucking like ILM Studios is like, look at our work, look
Yeah.
at what we did. We brought this man. Tarkin is one of my favorite Star Wars characters ever, and they fucking brought that man back like from the fucking dead. Like I was sitting in the theater watching him with my sister, and I'm like, is that guy real? Like, I was just like, yo, is that guy? Is that a human being? And she goes, yeah. What? Wait. like, and then it was a point of contention, and then I got on the internet a couple days later, and like there were articles out about how like oh the CGI work on Leia and Tarkin. I was like, I fucking knew it. But yeah, Leo, you were saying that this is the best CGI you've ever seen.
Right. I mean, also I remember I haven't seen the other movies.
Okay.
Literally, I've only seen.
But you saw Rogue One.
I did, and you know, even then, now
It's
just
foggy.
right.
Yeah.
You know, I do remember Darth Vader, but whatever.
yeah, it's a
Yeah,
lot of the
I
same.
think. Oh my god, I love Anakin as a character. I just hate the actor. Like, is that wrong of me?
Hayden Christensen.
Oh my god!
No, you.
Christmas
It's
miss.
It's
Like
Christmas.
the
Hayden
whole
Christmas
idea
miss.
of Anakin is so great.
Hayden Christmas.
Hayden.
Is that Hayden Christmas?
Hayden Spicklemith.
Hayden Slumplexis.
What's that movie where he wears that hat all the time? It's not Jumper, right?
Star Wars.
No, it's another movie. There's a movie. God damn it,
This dude that has only know one movie right
Where's
now.
that? No, what's that movie with Hayden Christensen? Where he wears a hat. In Star Wars, he wears the hat of a Jedi. He wears the hat of the Sith. He's a man of many hats. Yeah.
He wears a hat, and I remember him wearing a hat a lot. For like one movie, he just wore the hat the entire time, or it was like the red carpet. Whole point is, his acting was, I just think maybe the script wasn't good enough, or maybe the direction wasn't good enough. I feel like it sucked, and
Oh yeah.
it didn't suck. It
But
was
that
it
goes
was-
across all three movies though, not just Attack on the
Yeah, all
Clones.
three movies. I think he kind of like, I don't know.
People were way too hard on Jake Lloyd.
Who's that?
Little Anakin, 9-year-old Jake Lloyd.
Oh, he was great. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's
that's the thing.
Are you kidding me?
You can't.
He was like 7, talking.
You can't expect talking.
He looks like reading scripts from his dome, from the top of his dome.
You're right.
You
You're
can't expect
bugging.
a random ass kid that you brought out of nowhere to be this like just
To be the most
exemplary
iconic character.
freaking
I think he was a
actor
great
in the
actor.
world,
He did great.
giving
I think he did
child,
pretty damn
like,
good.
He was giving child lines.
Enthusiastic.
We talking about him.
Supposed to come out mad cheesy.
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah.
30 years old right now. Like, why are we
Yo,
talking about him like he's a little kid?
Bro, he quit
But-
acting. He quit acting at 10 years old.
Damn.
Them royalties, man.
No, it wasn't the royalties. They fucking bullied him.
What?
Yeah, they bullied him out of acting.
What?
bro.
He wasn't even. Am I bugging?
It wasn't that bad.
He wasn't that bad.
I don't. He wasn't that bad. But we all know child actors suck.
Yeah.
Like,
Come
Yeah.
on.
the
Like, what do you
there's
expect,
only,
bro?
There's only like 2 child actors that don't, and that's Kiki.
Billie Eilish?
No, and that's Kiki Palmer and motherfucking
Palmer.
goddamn. Sorry, that's Kiki Palmer and goddamn
Ham.
Dakota Fanning. Okay, those
Dakota
are
Fanning.
the only. Hold
The
on.
girl that played Matilda.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Quick side note. That was Dakota Fanning, bro. What are you talking
I
about?
was not the She wasn't even born.
Yo, but no. Quick side note. Dakota Fanning never did a kids movie her whole life.
What?
Nah, never. She was a child actor in she was in Man on Fire, where she gets kidnapped by a drug cartel. She was in Hide and Seek, where she's running away from a pedophile.
But are we
Oh,
not
wow.
gonna?
She was wildin'.
Mention my man that did Stuart Little
Nah, he was a good
and Little
actor,
Vampire, bro.
Oh, yeah. What's his
Oh,
name?
Bro,
yeah, Little Vampire.
yeah.
His name is not Stuart. I know it's not Stuart.
His name is not Stuart. I know it's not Stuart.
I think that kid was a great actor.
You
I think he did a good job. I
He
think Hayden
carried that
Christmas
movie.
person-
for what he was given.
You know
I
what's
think
crazy?
yes.
You know what's crazy? I'm not gonna lie. I'm pushing it. I think he was a better actor than Liam Neeson in that movie.
Liam Neeson?
Yeah, Liam Neeson.
Get
sorry.
outta here,
Yes,
leave, go
he was
home.
garbage.
Get out.
He
Really?
was quiet,
Yeah.
garbage.
Okay, hold on.
What's his name? Cuba Kluk? What's his name? What's I don't know.
That's not his name. You just watched the movie.
What was his name?
Whoa, don't look at me like
Cuba Kluk. Yo, I don't. If you
Bro,
told me,
You know who I'm
wait,
talking about.
I know, but
I know what you're talking about.
if you told me that was a real Jedi, I
You would've-
believe you. I believe you. Yo, you don't know Cuba Kluk?
That's my Jedi name,
He's
bro.
from the he's from the Dagobah system, bro. Cuba Kluk.
Yeah.
Nah,
Man.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon
Qui-Gon
Jinn.
Jinn.
Yo,
That's his name, Bygone Jin?
But
Bygone Jin?
Anyway, Liam Neeson. Well, what do you expect?
okay,
Wow.
They didn't take nothing from him.
wait,
you know?
wait.
I don't know,
in
man.
In their defense, a lot of the Jedi's acting is stale on purpose because the Jedi are stoic and they are not emotional, and it's not the Jedi way to show emotion. That's why Mace
Right.
Windu is flat. That's why most of the Jedi fall flat.
And that's why Anakin is Anakin. And that's why Anakin, the things that happen to Anakin happen to Anakin, all right?
Anakin, I mean, granted, it was written in there, but he's just a whiny bitch. the
He was an
entire fucking
enthusiastic
time.
Jedi. Everybody's like, oh, he doesn't do that. Oh,
Hold
do that.
on.
Because you're so in
You
tune.
saw Clone Wars too?
No, I didn't watch the show.
You didn't watch the show?
No.
Okay, you see?
You see?
This is what I mean. This is the disconnect because you have seen
Yes.
You have seen
Well,
fucking
Like, I'm
everything.
actually crying right now.
Because from the clips I have seen, I do understand how
I'm
he
dead
had,
ass crying.
he had taken charge, and he wasn't the same person that he was in like Revenge of the Sith.
The
right?
thing was, he develops to that person through Clone Wars.
Yeah.
He
so
does.
He develops into a whiny bitch.
Yo, he's just crying the whole time.
No, the thing is,
It's so confusing.
my
power. No, because
His direction is so lost and like
It's-
it's just.
He never lets me do anything stupid.
Okay.
Obi-Wan.
That's true. Okay.
I want to jump off of this car in mid traffic in the sky. Why are you mad at me?
All right, so you wouldn't be tight if your girl falls out of the damn ship, and this guy's like, "Nah, we gotta go kill this man. Forget about your girl real
and then,
quick."
and then I'll go get my girl.
Bro, like,
and then
where's the humanity?
and then I'll choke her out later. What?
Bro,
the
bro,
direction
he,
is confusing.
He was tight, alright.
He
But
was
that
tight,
doesn't
so
justify
he
anything.
was also like in defense of Anakin as a character. By Revenge of the Sith, he's unhinged. Like
Unhinged by killing kids, by the way.
he literally murdered children.
Children.
Like,
Yeah,
you
but
think it's out of his?
He was
The realm
at that point,
of
he
grabbing
was
his
unhinged
pregnant-
at that point. But the entire point leading, come on, you gonna tell me that he just didn't complain for the dumbest?
Bro, this
reason
man
the
has saved
entire time,
civilizations
bro?
in Clone Wars, man.
I'm
He did not
I'm
deserve this.
Sure.
He
So-
just
Like, this
I'm
is
sure
bugged
he's a great
out.
man.
Like,
Justice
how
for
the hell did
Anakin.
he end up being Darth Vader? What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
I love this. I love
Are
it.
you kidding me?
I love that
I
our-
did not
our
expect
viewers-
that. That's so sad. That is a tragic story.
I love that our viewers get to experience Leo experiencing this for the first time.
I'll watch
heartbreak.
Clone Wars. I'll watch it.
it's
I'll
such
watch
a
it.
good
I'll watch
show.
it.
You know what?
Bro.
No, I'm gonna give you the chronological order because it's an anthology series. Did you know that?
Yes.
So
It's an anthology.
No,
How many episodes is it?
It's like a couple seasons.
it's 6 seasons,
Yeah.
25 episodes a season.
Jesus,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
It's good. It's good. It's
Hold on,
good.
but hold on. So what I'm gonna do for you guys, for you and Will,
You gonna
and,
tell us what?
and maybe for the viewers, I'm gonna put together a list and maybe put it in the description. I don't know yet, but I'm gonna put together a list of non-filler, the main like sort of the most significant episodes of Clone Wars, not
That's
include
cool.
any filler, and put them in chronological order.
That'll be awesome.
because
That is
because
so kind of you.
because episode 1 of season 1 is not the first episode in the chronology.
Peeped that. I
Like,
peeped
what?
that.
Because
Yeah.
I
I'm,
peeped
not
that.
trying to see Anakin
Yeah.
and Sokka go to the supermarket.
Yeah, I mean they don't ever do that. So
They
you're
call it
not
space market.
But you know what's crazy
but
too?
yeah.
Space market, my
I
bad.
like if you now that I'm talking about it, I realize that they don't have this attachment to Count Dooku and Spider Monkey Robot guy. What?
Count Dooku.
Count
Yeah, I
Dooku,
heard
Count
yeah.
Dooku
Robot
and
guy.
And
Grievous.
bro.
Oh,
Grievous is fire.
Yo, I had
Are
the
you?
Grievous action figure. That shit
kidding
was
me?
lit,
Yeah,
bro. 'cause he had
And
that
these
arm.
people get
I had
molly
the
whopped.
saber they tried to sell, but it was like basically
Oh,
the shit
you
on the
bought
wheels.
that
Like,
shit? Oh.
This man collects lightsabers, bro.
I do.
How the hell are you supposed to know that by watching the movies?
Like, how do we
You-
not? How are we not holding them?
Yeah, I want to know like more.
For the next one.
Is that ever revisited? Like
What?
the lightsabers that he had gotten from the other people?
Yeah, in
Clone
show.
Wars. In Clone Wars,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
literally,
I want to know who he murked.
bro.
Yeah.
He was a savage.
Yeah, but he had emphasis.
Just to get folded by
There's a-
Obi-Wan.
There's
bug
actually
out.
there's actually an arc of I think 2 or 3 episodes dedicated to just escaping Grievous's dungeon.
Yep.
Like Obi-Wan.
So it turns to Saw real quick.
yeah, Obi-Wan and a couple of them like there's a couple of like assassin droids
Mm-hmm.
that guard Grievous's they guard Grievous's lair
Lair,
or whatever,
yeah.
and it's a dungeon. So that not only do they have to escape the dungeon, they have to find Grievous and stay away from the assassin droids and find each other. Like they get
Yep.
separated.
Yep.
Dude,
It's a good episode.
It's wild. Like it's a good couple episodes. It's
Yeah.
pretty wild.
I always loved his thing. It was like fight or flight. He was like, I'm out.
yeah, yeah.
Bro, he's just like, yo, is he like part of a species or something?
Yes.
That's
yes. Because you remember.
What the hell?
Because you remember every time someone called him a droid, he'd be like, "I'm not a droid."
Yes.
Like, yeah.
That's, I was confused.
Oh,
Like,
and in Clone Wars, he doesn't have the breathing problem. He gets it.
Okay.
He gets it
He
in.
gets, he gets space emphysema.
He
Well, I'm so no breathing problem.
He gets it in
It's
Clone
dark.
Wars. But yeah, he doesn't have the cough like early on. I
it
think
got passed down to Anakin. That's what happened.
the cough,
I mean, Darth Vader.
the emphysema.
Yo, did you see the one
COPD.
scene in Attack of the Clones where they went to attack him and then Grievous turned and he was like, Papa, I have the black lung.
Oh, shut up. Papa.
Papa,
Nah, man. And then
I have the black lung.
and they get folded like nothing.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
Count Dooku.
Yeah.
Count Dooku.
He gets beheaded
Well,
como
no,
si nada.
actually, that's what really
that's mad
upset
lit.
me.
Like
that
nothing.
They played his
Do it.
entire shit. bro.
Anticlimactic
He was like-
as hell.
In Attack of the Clones, he was like, okay, they're making him out to be the big bad guy of this movie, and then going forward, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna fight Yoda for a little bit, throw shit at him, run away.
What?
Fucking opening sequence in Episode 3. Do it.
Yeah. So you're telling me. You're
That
telling
was
me.
fantastic, Will. Oh my god, that was fucking beautiful.
You're telling me this man can fold Obi-Wan, cut Anakin's arm off, and like hold his own against Yoda.
They kept on saying how talented, how strong Anakin was from the get.
Yeah.
They were saying, that they were saying that the only reason that he wasn't a master at this point was because he was so close to the Chancellor.
He
Yeah.
is talented.
And they kept saying, even Sidious says it, like when he fights Yoda, he's like, Darth Vader will be stronger than either of us.
Yeah.
When he's fighting Yoda.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, it's a point of contention, yes, but like it makes a lot of sense. It's just upsetting watching it because they're not great films.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
Yeah.
I had a tough
I
time.
mean, the third
watching
one's
it.
good. Third one's alright.
I
Yeah.
think
Can we
it's-
move on?
I think
Can
it's
we
a
move on
perfect
to the
time to
third
watch
one?
them.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
move
we
on to the
can.
third one.
Okay, let's move on to the
What
third
I
film.
didn't like about the third one
I have a couple
was
questions.
Go ahead,
the
Ronnie.
color
Yeah.
palette. I'm
Go
joking.
ahead.
Wait,
No, go ahead, please.
No, Leo, you want to go so back?
I'm just confused. I'm just confused with the hierarchy of the Sith Lord, like the dark side. I'm confused.
Okay, so
Like generals, Count Dooku.
so
what
here's
fuck?
the
Oh
here's
no, Count Dooku was just his like, I'm chilling. I'm Count Dooku. I'm a
no
count of this country.
Count Dooku was his apprentice,
Who's apprentice?
Sidious.
Well,
Sidious.
originally he was
And
he
Sidious-
was his apprentice.
And Sidious is a Darth.
Sid-
It's
Sidious.
Darth.
So Darth is just a
I think we need to
prefix.
explain to him
Okay.
the rule of twos.
Darth is just a prefix, like Mr. or Miss.
Yeah.
Got it.
But Darth refers to
Sith.
your attuneness to the dark side of the Force and your attachment to another Dark Lord.
Okay.
But
Okay.
so the reason, that's another reason that I'm over the Jedi. Like, I've watched everything. I've read so many Star Wars books. Like, I can tell you damn near everything about the series. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm fucking sick of the Jedi. I'm sick of them. Like, because they're always in the limelight. They're always the center of attention. And the Sith, or not even, just any dark side user in general, is always just kind of in the shadows. And it just kind of plays a secondary role to the Jedi and their story about their triumph or whatever. So like Leo, he just watched all of Clone Wars and watched the first 3 films and is confused about the Sith, is confused about the dark side, right? Like, because they don't shed light on that at all. No pun intended. But but like, for I don't know, for a movie that talks so much about balance, it seems
definitely
pretty
balance.
fucking one-sided.
Well,
Yeah.
I
You know
mean,
what
when you have a protagonist that is the light side, you're gonna see that in any,
Of course.
any form of media that you watch.
Well,
There-
yeah, yeah.
It's always gonna be like, hey, I'm a great guy. I'm a hero of everything.
Yeah.
And there's always some dark shit out there. We may not see it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fight it and beat it, so you don't have to fucking worry about it.
Yeah. So Leo, what is your question about, like, because you said who are the Sith?
No, I was curious about the hierarchy. Within.
hierarchy?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, there's not really a hierarchy, but it's kind of like in the sense of the Jedi, it's like there's always the rules of 2, right? And the rules of 2 is always there's a master, apprentice, master,
Got it.
apprentice. That's all it ever is.
Even with the dark side. As
And
well.
it was
Yes.
well, no, not even, because the Jedi Order is a bunch of people. There are no. So the rule of
Was.
2, the rule of 2 was instilled by Darth Bane, who is actually canon now.
Oh,
well,
good.
not now, but they made him canon because it's funny. Yoda. So in Clone Wars, Yoda travels to, I think, either Dathomir or somewhere where there's a Sith temple to try and like look for Anakin or something like that, because he's wilding out. And he goes and he looks for him and he finds a tomb, and it's Darth Bane's tomb. So the ghost of Yoda like argues. Like, he gets into a shouting match.
The
with
ghost of Yoda?
No, Yoda.
Okay.
In Clone Wars, you saw this.
Right.
It's towards the end
Oh, yes.
when he's arguing with that ghost with the armor
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
on his face. That's Darth Bane. That's
Oh.
the ghost of Darth Bane. So it's there that Yoda learns of the rule of two,
Yeah.
which was instilled by Darth Bane. So basically what Darth Bane did was he murked the rest of the Sith and left one to be his apprentice.
Fire.
And then the rule that he set was, all right, there's too much infighting, there's too much bullshit, there's too much politics, so I'm going to kill everybody except for one person who can match me, right? That person I'm going to train until they are able to kill me. When I die, they become the master, they take on an apprentice, and then that apprentice kills them.
Darth Bane was this Sidious's master, right?
No, that was Darth Plagueis.
Thank you.
So who's
who's
so
his
apprentice?
So the rule of two exists so that power never goes down. Because even the apprentice of the next one still has to be stronger than every other Sith that came before it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why that's a thing.
Cool.
And that's why Yoda at the end of Phantom Menace, at the funeral scene, for Qui-Gon, they're like, two there are, no more, no less. There's always two Sith. So they learned about Darth Maul, they got to find the other one.
Right.
And the other one is Sidious, and they find out later.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Nice.
that's basically how that works.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was a lot. That was a lot.
Just watch Clone Wars, man.
All these like Sith lords sound like dental diseases or something.
I see
Fuck the
you.
Plagueis.
I see you've got the
The Sith.
Plagueis. Plagueis.
Plagueis
Darth
Martessus.
I feel like if you name your kid that, like you're setting him up.
You're setting him up to fail. Like, that's it. You're setting him up to do bad shit.
Yeah.
You're setting him up to do hood rat shit with
like
his
who?
friends, bro.
Like Sinestro's parents.
No,
They looked at a baby and was like, Sinestro.
Well, I mean, in all regards, that
Did we
baby
say-
came out looking evil as shit.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
How about Bygone Duke? His name is bugged out.
Bygone,
What the hell? Like, you
I don't
telling
know
me
what
that's a good name?
Yo,
You telling me what the hell?
bro.
Fun fact.
What are you saying?
I don't know how you remember these people's names, bro.
Bygone Duke.
Count Dooku's name, his Sith name
Is
was Darth Tyrannus.
Yeah, Darth Tyrannus.
That's fire.
Yeah, but also, their Darth names are not their real names.
Yeah.
like
Right, yeah, because he was
they
given
get-
Vader.
Yeah, they get that name.
Yeah.
They earn that name.
Right, that's fire.
Except Maul.
so
Maul's
Dooku's-
Maul's name is his Darth name. But
so-
he wasn't. He was never. Sorry, he was a Sith assassin. He
Got it.
wasn't.
What?
He was like he wasn't technically Sidious's apprentice.
Sith assassin. So, okay.
You remember
just-
Ventress?
Yes.
Sith assassin.
Got it.
Yeah, she wasn't. She was never officially anybody's apprentice.
So
Oh,
Dooku's
okay.
first name was Count?
That's a good question.
Yeah, nah.
What's it called?
Alright, I was about to...
I don't know Palpatine's first name either, actually. So-
Palpatine.
Yo, imagine his name is. Imagine his name's Bill.
Bill.
Hey, I'm Bill. David.
Yo, dude.
Fucking.
Dude's really...
Yo, his name Jonathan. He from Dykeman.
Oh my God.
Yo,
dude's
Jonathan.
out here
Palpatine.
really named Humphrey.
Yeah,
That's wild.
Humphrey
Who's?
Palpatine.
Humphrey.
Humphrey Palpatine. That's fire, bro.
Humphrey Pop. That's bad.
I'd be scared of that motherfucker. Yo,
Humphrey.
Yo, that's Humphrey, bro. Chill on my mans. That's Humphrey. All right, so how do we feel about Revenge of the Sith? Is Revenge of the Sith worth the other two?
Yes.
What?
I feel that it is.
Oh my God.
I feel
yeah.
personally... I mean, don't get me wrong. I still think it's crap.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, pardon me. I shouldn't say that. But I did not like it as much as everybody made it out to seem. But I feel that what happened?
I just remember the guy gets pushed out the window.
Mace
Oh,
Windu.
Mace Windu.
What?
Yo, so actually,
Oh,
I've been having a
shit.
debate with my friends about Mace Windu being able to survive that. Because for some reason, everybody always winds up clinging on to something. There's mad traffic going on.
But
on
his
that
arms were
planet.
cut off.
No, his arms weren't cut off.
Yeah, they were.
Wait, they
He has
cut off
no
his
arms.
arms?
Yeah.
Wait, Mace Windu lost his arms? I missed that.
Yeah. Maximum power.
He said, Fuck,
That's so weird.
yeah, okay, no, never mind. Because I was in the camp that no, he's dead. He's not surviving now.
Yeah, no,
Homeboy
he's
got
dead. He's
homeboy
dead.
got microwaved. He got deep fried and tossed off of the freaking building, bro. Like,
No, he got flash fried because it was lightning.
no,
Yeah,
He
he was
wouldn't
getting
bleed to death.
shook for literally
they,
shook.
they put homie.
Maybe internally.
What are those things called?
That's not the point. The point is he's dead. Whole point
Yeah.
is 3. You have to watch 3. You have to watch all of them. nothing makes sense without all this stuff together.
I
You know,
agree.
like
Yeah.
all this stuff creates this world and adds life to it.
Yeah.
I think separately, I don't know. I'm not as excited as you guys are. You guys are like dumb hype and shit, and you're talking about people I've never even heard of, and I'm just like, all right, I gotta go see a dentist. There's all these names, but it's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna give the series a try.
Please do.
I just think
I'll put together that list.
they all have to work together. I think there's no other way around it. Like the story's too vast, and there's too many moving parts, and honestly, probably none of it really makes any sense, and it's all kind of just based off of like 2 or 3 different religions. But,
Fair.
yeah, I mean, I think 3 is good, and I think everyone should watch 3. And I think watching the transformation of this antagonist is very important.
The tragedy.
Yeah, you don't need to see him at 9 years old for 3 to hit the way it does.
But it's okay.
To win in a stupid racing.
It wasn't
contest.
stupid.
It
It
wasn't
was a death race.
Nah, it wasn't stupid.
They
It-
rigged his shit. He wasn't even
yeah,
going.
it makes
Bro,
it
and
makes
he still
sense
won.
because like
Stupid.
it makes sense because like
The Force.
it establishes his relationship with the Force
With
and,
the
like,
midichlorians.
how in tune with the Force he is. You know what I mean?
Midichlorians.
Whatever.
But the guy-
he has sickle cell anemia and suddenly he can drive well.
Dude,
Okay, whatever.
Oh my
I
god!
mean, that movie makes no sense. The guy in the souped up
What
Honda
you
coupe should
mean?
have got first.
Should have dusted him,
You should
bro.
have dusted him. He had a wing on the back of this shit.
Sebulba should have fried his ass.
Oh, he should have.
Yeah.
They should bring that back.
Nah.
No.
Nah,
No.
come on. Imagine
The
the
pod-
Barf in a pod, bro.
It makes for some really fun ass GameCube games.
I was gonna say the
Okay,
pod
that's a
racing
good-
game on PS1 is amazing,
That's probably the reason
Amazing.
they made that in the first place, though.
or was it PS2?
They
I
were
don't know.
gonna monetize that.
It's PS2.
I remember the box
it was on
being
GameCube
long.
too. So yeah,
Oh,
Is there
yeah,
any
yeah, yeah.
are there any dogfights with Darth Vader?
Dogfights?
Yeah.
like
Like
just
him
running
in a
out of
blaster?
Yeah.
Rogue. Well,
I mean, him in a
ship or something.
In a ship?
Yeah.
I mean,
Rogue
Yeah,
One.
he's
In
in
the
the
future.
yeah, the
movies.
end of Rogue One, but they talk about no. He's saying like is him piloting a TIE
Yeah,
fighter.
yeah.
Oh yeah, in episode
In Empire, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he has
Episode
like his
5.
own ship.
His own TIE fighter.
He walked out.
Yeah.
He
It
was
sounds like a
trying
dinosaur
to-
for some reason. Yeah.
He was trying to knock down some of the people that were going after the Death Star again.
Sound
Yeah.
travels through space that way. I don't understand it.
He turns-
All right, let's not fucking CinemaSins Star Wars.
No, it just doesn't make
Like,
any sense. Like how?
yeah,
this-
of course it doesn't make sense. It's
No,
about
you gotta
space
throw that away.
wizards.
You gotta throw that away.
It's about
'cause
space
It's
wizards
about
with laser
space
swords.
wizards.
That
I don't
was-
want to hear shit about
Seriously.
logic or I don't want to hear it. Okay. Well, how does it make noise in space? Who gives a fuck? It's a white guy with James Earl Jones's voice. Who the fuck cares?
a
Like,
bodybuilder.
All right,
Like,
I'll leave it alone. But the idea of these blasters are that they're like physical light traveling through, a space, and then it's like, all right, if this dude can stop that laser light
with
thing,
another laser.
then does that mean he can control the way light travels through actual space? Does that mean he can make a
Maybe.
room dark? So many questions. What is that beam laser that they're shooting? I'm
It's the crystal.
no,
right?
you know what it is? You know what it is? I'll tell you.
Ain't no fucking crystal.
No, I'll tell you. It's heat. That's it. It's concussive heat.
Oh.
That's why, like, when it hits you, you fly back
And you
Basically,
burn.
they
and
got
and you get burned. It's
they got
concussive
mini
heat.
Cyclops from X.
No, Cyclops
There's
Cyclops' beams are not hot.
Bro,
There's
all the
like-
Cyclopses
there's
are being
concussive.
embedded in these
Yeah.
lightsabers,
And
and it's
they
mini
light-
Cyclops. Optic
the
blast.
same shit.
Optic blast. Every time they
Every
press the
single
button,
time
bro,
it says-
for the blasters, bro, it's optic blast. You can like
They
put a
do
mic
a
There's
quarter,
a little
circle.
fucking
They do a quarter
X-Men.
circle forward punch.
bro,
Why did he do this?
bro, cause you know he gotta open his eyes to.
He doesn't
Bro.
have to do it. He wears
Bro,
shades.
he gotta open his eyes.
Oakleys
This
on.
is accurate. I'm being accurate because he gotta open his eyes, bro. I'm telling
to
you,
do this.
if you listen closely, you can hear Cyclops, optic blast, optic beam.
It's really, really, it's a really, really high frequency, so not everybody can hear it. It sounds like pew, but it's
That's what I'm
optic
saying.
blast.
That's
blast.
exactly what I'm saying. Thank you. That's
Why
part of
do
the
you-
lore.
Why are you?
Wait, so it's heat. So they're shooting heat.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's doing micro
Yeah,
Cyclops.
it's not. They're not shooting light.
I
That's
thought
not.
it was like a hard light,
No, it's hard heat. It's concussive heat. That's what it is.
And then
So when
lightsabers are made
concussive
out of
heat meets
crystals and
another
shit.
concussive heat,
Lightsabers need a kyber crystal to emit the actual light.
so why does it stop at a certain location, but it doesn't like when you turn it on? It doesn't go
I'm guessing there's like
It just
some
doesn't go.
sort of, like,
Beanie, beep, 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 beep. Every time you turn on your lightsaber, you just murk somebody on a whole other planet.
Where are these kyber
Like,
crystals
what's the limiter?
They're from
what's the limiter, bro?
They're from the planet
You can
Ilium.
cut the whole Death Star.
What if you just mine that planet enough to get like a really
They did.
big amount of the crystal, like a shit ton amount, and then just put it in the Death Star? And then
That's what the
That's
Death
what
Star
the Death
is.
Star
really
is,
what it
bro.
is?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what it is. It's all kyber
I thought
crystals.
they were shooting
See,
light.
you see,
No.
you're here contradicting yourself because you probably wrote this. You made this movie in a different dimension, bro.
Honestly, like it's
So
very hard to follow.
The Death Star is a giant lightsaber, basically.
Lightsaber beam.
No, a giant fucking nuclear lightsaber.
So how many Cyclops did you think?
Yo,
it's just one giant.
at least 50.
At least 50. What a big ass magnifier.
All right,
Yo.
this franchise is.
Bro, if I had a lightsaber, it would be like a force-headed lightsaber that I can just throw like Krillin's destructo disc. Krillin
Krillin's dick struck.
His destructo disc.
Like
If I had a
Krillin's dick
lightsaber-
struck.
Damn, what color would my lightsaber be?
Oh, that's yeah. So let's end the podcast. Let's end the podcast
Yeah.
on that. Yo, that was crazy. Optic.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Optic blast.
Oh, because he's big. So yes.
Because the Death Star is big. Optic. All right. So to answer your question, kyber crystals are native to the planet Ilium. Ilium is where all kyber crystals grow. Before the new Disney canon, the kyber crystals, it depended on the planet. So if the planet
Like
that
in
it
the game,
if the planet that it
Awakens.
grew on, Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed.
If the planet that it grew on was more attuned to the dark side,
That's a
it would
thing?
it
That's
would grow like it would have like a purple, like a different hue.
Yeah.
But if it was more attuned to the light side of the Force, it would have blue or green or whatever, and then everything in the middle, like the yellow, orange, and shit like that. But now in the Disney canon, most, if not all, kyber crystals grow on the planet Ilium. They are all clear. All kyber crystals are clear, and the color depends on the Force energy of the person who acquires the crystal.
I like that a lot better.
So Ahsoka's lightsabers in Rebels are white because she took those lightsabers and okay, hold on, sorry. So red kyber crystals are synthetic. They're not naturally occurring.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to get a red kyber crystal, Ronni, you have to bleed it with the Force. So you literally have to make it bleed so that it turns red.
They squeezing a lemon.
Yeah. So with the Force. So then to make it white, you have to reverse the bleeding process and purify it. So and then you get the other colors and all
So
that.
you kill
Isn't that
millions of
fucking cool? That's fucking amazing.
That's like borderline genocide because you're killing midichlorians.
I
You're killing all these
Midichlorians
midichlorians
are
for a
evil.
rock.
Midichlorians canon now.
still, yeah.
Are they
Oh, that's
organisms?
such-
No. They're canon, but they never mention them again because they kind of want you to forget about them. Like,
Wait, so
God.
if midichlorians are canon, what about the Cyclops?
Yeah, Cyclops
What about-
is
Canon 2019
what
canon.
about?
last.
Optic blast.
Yeah. So
There goes Alderaan.
what color? So I think we're gonna end the other two
Black.
like this as well.
A
What,
black lightsaber.
what
You
color?
heard?
What color lightsaber would you?
A black
would yours be?
lightsaber. You can't see that shit.
There's
coming.
only one. It's called the Dark Saber. It was made by the only Mandalorian to be inducted into the Jedi Order
Tell them
ever.
to come outside.
They
fold it.
stole the it was stolen from the Jedi Temple,
Mhm.
and then it changed hands a bunch of times until it ended up back in the.
So it's a literal black saber.
Mhm.
Shit's mine.
Bro,
You can get it in the
bro,
game.
you just seen Clone Wars. Darth Maul has it.
I thought you said that was like an actual non-light lightsaber.
That is the Dark Saber that Darth Maul has. That's the Dark Saber. That's a lightsaber. It just has a different hilt because it was built by a
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
Okay.
But that is a lightsaber. It's
Got it.
Yeah.
Got
so
it.
it actually, the reason it's black in the middle and it glows white is because it absorbs all the light around it.
What?
Yeah.
That's
So that
fire.
black middle is like there's nothing in there. Like
That's
there's no light in there.
fire.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
shit is
fire.
devoid of all light and life and shit.
That's
Crazy. As that shit was made by a Jedi. Makes you think.
what? Jedis are evil people.
Makes
You
it-
heard it here first. You heard
So,
it here.
yeah.
It's all a big twist.
This
So
is-
Leo,
this is the way.
you would have the Dark Saber.
I definitely would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Ronnie?
Can we to get that one out? Like let's
Yeah, that's
not
like
use
cheating.
that one.
Okay, yeah,
that's
that's
because I
true.
picked it first.
Nah, that one's
That's
fine.
because I picked it
I was
first.
gonna say it too, bro.
That's
Like, you know, like
Fine. You go, okay? I go last.
No, I want two of those.
All right, fine. Is there pink lightsabers?
No.
I'm gonna get I want like
So-
a teal color one. And-
Yeah, that's okay.
You know, I want like in between.
Kit Fisto's
And
underwater.
then I want the end of it to have like a little sword that sticks out, so I could just like go up to people and be like, so it doesn't have to be the whole thing.
Oh, you want like a shank at the end of
Yeah.
it, like on the other side, like when you flip it, it's like.
cool.
Psh,
You cut your own arm off.
yeah,
That's cool.
No, I'll be like a Jedi or whatever.
No, okay,
I can be
so you
whatever I
want
want.
yeah.
I hear
It's
that.
Star Wars. You can do
Yeah.
whatever you want.
What are the colors of the Sith's lightsabers? Is it just red?
Red.
That's it?
Any yellow
They get
lightsaber?
no alteration?
Nope.
Damn, that's type whack.
Well,
Well,
They
you
get
don't
no
have
love,
to. You don't
man.
have to be a Sith.
you gotta pay the membership
wanna be a
dues.
Sith.
You got the red lightsaber. Show up in uniform.
Well, there's it's a spectrum, right? So the closer you are to red, the closer to the dark side of the Force you are.
Is there yellow?
Yeah, but yellow is for Jedi Sentinels.
What does that mean?
You guard the library and shit.
Nah.
They showed it in Clone Wars, bro. I thought you saw this.
God. Bro, I
Dude,
binge
watch
watched this.
Nah, you're right. I'm sorry, but yeah, they showed the Temple Guardians.
Oh yes.
Yeah, they have yellow lightsabers.
Oh, I
Alright.
want that. But with a black
Like,
hilt.
yeah.
I
That's fire.
Yeah.
I choose purple.
But I'm not defining no
You
library.
choose purple so that
purple's good.
everybody in the movies theater knows that it's you when they watch the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like, oh look, that's Will over there.
Yeah.
I tell him, yo, that's a dope lightsaber. Tell him, yo,
It's grape.
it's great. Tell him,
It's
yo,
sugar water.
sugar water purple.
Purple.
Sugar water purple, baby. I want that purple
I
stuff.
want that purple stuff.
I don't
Yeah,
want
I don't
that
know, I
Sunny
guess-
D.
Man.
I don't know what mine would. I mean, I don't know what mine
You
would
have
be.
to pick right now.
All right. Mine would be orange. Mine would be orange.
Yeah, it's macros to yellow. I don't want to hear it.
No, mine
you
is
defending the library right with me.
mine is orange because I'm not like all the way
Orange.
dark side, but I do not want to be a Jedi.
I wanna change mine. I wanna
Them
be orange.
motherfuckers is garbage.
I want orange too.
Okay.
I want to
And
change
can I
mine.
choose
to
my
orange.
lightsaber for like a nice farm on a nice like cozy planet?
40 acres on a mule.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like I only really need a sword. Everyone has guns.
Can I get a
already.
blaster too?
No, well the
well,
lightsabers
blaster
deflect
too.
blasters.
But I want to use
They
lightsaber
don't
and a
do it
blaster.
automatically. You gotta do it
Well, yeah,
yourself.
you got to do it, but I could still do it.
Oh,
It's not like some Kingdom Hearts shit where you deflect all the lasers and
Yeah,
shit. Like,
It is
that's exactly
like
what it
that.
is.
They took that straight from fucking Star Wars, bro.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Without the quick
so-
time event.
but how many can you? Whatever. Yeah. Teal.
Yo.
Shank.
All right. Thank you everyone that watched
Sorry.
this. It's no, you don't have to apologize, Ronnie. This was great. Thank you guys so much for participating. This is my lovely panel. That's Will over there. This is Leo. That's Ronnie. My name is Rainey. We are the Hearse Boys, and we will see you guys next time for the next episode where we talk about the original trilogy. Thank you guys so much. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Click the bell icon so you get notification for when we upload, and we will see you guys next time.
Do it.
yellow lightsaber. Cyclops, optic beam, optic blast.